Greetings, Odooers. Even though it's stealthy wood, scheduling shifts doesn't involve hundreds of employees yet, I can assure you that it's still very important for anyone nonetheless. Therefore, allow me to give you some advice. Whether you manage a workforce of a few or of a few hundred employees, being on top of your shifts and tasks will prevent you from falling behind. If you don't fall behind, you don't lose productivity. If you don't lose any productivity, you will keep the wheels rolling smoothly. To make sure we continue doing amazing work at SW, we will use Odoo's planning application. The planning app allows me to build my employee shifts in just a few minutes. And at a glance, track their hours. Everything can be done easily and quickly in one single solution. So let's check it out right now. All right, here I am on my database. Let's go straight to the planning application. So the first thing we're going to see when we're on the planning app is our schedule. So I'm going to see my own schedule here. All right, I have this filtered my shifts. Okay, I'm looking at this by the week, but I can also look at this by the day. I don't have anything scheduled, or by month as well. Now, what else is really cool about this is that not only can I look at my shifts, but I can also look at the open shifts as well. Okay, and I can also look at the shifts that will be in the future and those that were in the past. Okay, so this is really cool because maybe I want to pick up some extra shifts so I can quickly see what's available, but perhaps I only want to pick up some open morning shifts. I can actually look at what's available just by selecting the role here. So first of all, I will only look at the open shifts and then look by the delivery in the morning. So this is a really cool way just to keep track of my own schedule and also all of the shifts that are available to me as well. All right, but now that I've seen how I can do that, let's also see how we can create new roles in order to create some shifts for them. So we're going to go to configuration, roles. All right, so I've already created a few. So I have 3 different shifts for delivery during the week. So I have morning, evening, and afternoon delivery. Okay, I also have delivery on Saturday. But I'm going to create a new shift right now by clicking on create, or a new role, I should say, excuse me. And this will be delivery on Sundays. Okay. Customer satisfaction is very important. Stealthy wood and delivering on Sundays will give us a huge competitive advantage. So now that I've added the name, let's go ahead and add a color as well. I'm going to choose salmon pink. Okay, this color will be used as the color code in the Gantt view, and we can check that out right now by going to our master schedule. So I'm going to go to schedule, and I can look at this by employee, but I'm going to check it out by role. Okay, so right now I'm looking at this week. I can also look by day, month, or year, which is really nice. But I'm just looking at this week. On the left, I'm going to see all of the roles that I have already scheduled some shifts for. Okay, so I just have delivery afternoon, delivery evening, and delivery morning scheduled. Okay, to create a new shift, it's really simple. We can simply click on add, or we can click on the specific time. So for example, if I want to create a shift for this Saturday, I can simply click on create here. Okay, no one was selected on that day, so I don't have the employee. I can manually add it, but let's choose Beth. All right, now I'm going to change the role to the delivery on Saturday. Now you're going to notice when I change the role that the planning template will disappear. And that's because I don't have any planning templates created just yet for my Saturday delivery, but that's okay. We can create one when we're creating the shift, which is super cool. And I'm going to show you how. So first of all, let's choose delivery Saturday. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and specify the time, of course. My employees need to know when they will start working. All right, so we'll say from 9 o'clock to noon. I was about to say 3 o'clock. Let's choose noon. All right, we don't deliver for that long on Saturdays because I do have to pay my employees a bit extra on Saturdays. All right, I can say if I would like this shift to be repeated. So if Beth Evans should have this shift planned every week forever or every 2 weeks for a specific amount of time. So we can say until, let's say, the end of March, but I won't repeat it for now. All right. This will just be a special thing. We can even add a note. And I can say last minute shift. All right. And then I can also save this as a template, as I said before. If I select this, then it's going to remember this time period for the role delivery Saturday. Okay, so then the next time I create a shift for the Saturday delivery, I'll be able to just quickly select the start date and end date so that I don't have to add it manually myself, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and save this, or I can publish it right away, which will make it visible by my employees. Okay, or I can publish and send it to the employees. So notify my employees of the shift. But let's save for now. Now, if we just save and we don't publish, we're just going to see these stripes. Okay, that means that it's in draft. So only I can view it, or the managers of the planning, but not my employees, not yet. Okay, but to publish it, I can simply click on it again. And this is also how I can edit a shift, just by clicking on it and then publish. All right. Now that I've published this, I told you that I created a template for the Saturday delivery while I created the shift. So let's go ahead and see that. All right, we can check out all of our templates by going to Configuration, Shift Templates. All right, and then I'm going to see that template has been added, delivery Saturday, the start hour is 9 o'clock, and we also have the duration. Okay, so that's really cool. That will allow me to create those templates on the fly, which can save me a ton of time, but I can also create templates from here as well. I don't only have to create them when I'm creating shifts. So let's create a new one. All right, first of all, we will need to choose a role. So I'm going to choose delivery Sunday. Okay, and then I'm going to choose the start hour. So let's go ahead and say, it'll be the same as Saturday. We'll start at 9 o'clock and it will be a duration of 3 hours. Okay, so far looks good. Then I can go ahead and use that template that I just created here as well. So let's jump back to our schedule by role. Okay, and let's go to the next Sunday. So I'm going to move on to next week by clicking next here. Okay, and then I'm going to create a new shift by clicking on add. So let's go ahead and choose for Sunday the 16th. Okay, delivery Sunday. All right, the 16th, not the 17th. All right, we're going to choose our planning template. So look at me. I was already about to manually add the start date and the end date, but I don't need to because I just created that beautiful template. All right, saved me a ton of time already. Okay, we're not going to repeat this. And let's go ahead and publish it right away. All right, once we do that, we're going to see that it's added. We're going to have that role on the left. So that's really cool. Now let's go back to today. Now, if I am several weeks away, not just one click away, I can go back to today by clicking on the Today button. All right, so some things that are really cool here. First of all, I'm going to see if there is a note on any of these shifts by looking at this little comment bubble. Okay, so I created a note on the shift for Beth, so I'm going to see that there. And this is really cool because perhaps someone is there when I wasn't expecting them to be, and then I can just quickly check the schedule and say, okay, so Mitchell or Amy Caroline is replacing Jenny until the end of the week. Okay, so I can always quickly have access to those notes, which is really nice and also helps me stay organized, let's be honest. I'm also going to be able to see how many shifts are scheduled for the specific roles on each day. So for example, I have 2 people who are delivering in the evening today. Okay, and on Thursday the 13th, I have 3 people scheduled. Okay, I have 3 shifts. All right, so that's really nice. We can easily keep track of everything that's happening here. I'm going to see, though, that for Anita, we have 2 shifts that are overlapping, actually. And so I will see both of those shifts here, and I'm going to have a little red tag on the shifts as well. So that's just another way to help me stay organized. Now, not only that, but we're going to have a line for the open shifts as well. So if we do see some shifts here, we know that they aren't assigned. Okay, so for example, I have one here that isn't assigned, and I have a note that says that I should check with Katie from the employment agency to see if someone can replace Randall. Okay, and I don't have an employee assigned just yet. Okay, so I can see what shifts I have scheduled but are open by clicking here, and then I can always add an employee quickly. Save. Okay, so it's super easy to edit and create new shifts just like that. All right, but what's really nice as well, if I want to plan my schedule weeks in advance, so let's go a few weeks in the future. I don't have to manually add the shifts every week. Okay, that would be quite tedious. What I can do, which is really cool, is I can copy the shifts from the previous week. All right, and this is really nice, especially if the schedule doesn't change that much. Maybe I have to change a few shifts here and there, add a few, take away a few, but I can use the previous week as my base template. All right, that's really cool. Now, as soon as I'm ready to publish the shifts, so make them visible to my employees, I can do so. And we're not gonna publish the shifts just yet that far in the future, but let's go back to the last one that we haven't published. We can do so simply by clicking on Send Schedule. Now, I know this is in the draft because all of these are striped. As soon as it's published and visible to my employees, it will be a solid color, like we see here. Okay, so here I still am looking at the draft, but I can send the schedule. So first of all, I can either publish and send the schedule, and this will not only make it visible to my employees, but it will also send them a notification, or I can simply publish it and not bother my employees with an email. And I also have the option to add an additional message. Good luck this week, and publish and send. Okay, as soon as I publish it, of course, it will go from stripes to a solid color. Now, what's really cool with the publish and send versus the publish option, if, for example, I need to add a shift somewhere. So let's go ahead and say I'm going to add a shift here. I will choose my employee, Amy Caroline, and my template, and go ahead and save. All right, I see that it's draft. I can, first of all, publish this specific shift, or I can go back to Send Schedule and just click on Publish. And that will publish everything that has not yet been published, but I don't have to bother all of my employees with the notification once again. I can just go ahead and publish that discreetly. All right, so that's super cool. And this is just the basics of the planning app. It will help you stay organized, keep track of all of your employees' shifts and roles. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.